Hello, my awesome and amazing Scorpios. It's Mel with Blue Scorpion Tarot, here to bring you another special reading for the channel. Catching up and finally finishing up the subject matter of how does your specific person feel about you? How do they feel about you right now? That person that's on your mind that you could have been through a tumultuous time with. They could be an ex now. Maybe they were a specific person that you were interested in, but certain things might have never materialized all the way. So you probably didn't get a chance, for some of you, maybe to really date this person. This person could have also been very closed off, very vulnerable, or did not like to show some form. What I mean to say is didn't like showing some form of vulnerability to really be able to open up and express their feelings for you. Okay, so how do they feel about you right now? Well, we're going to find out. So we have our astrological card, of course, with Scorpio. You could also be separated from this person. You could have been married to this person, maybe going through separation. You could be, going through a divorce as well. And of course, I want to tell you how I feel. So how do they feel, right? Calling upon the trusted ancestors of my Scorpio viewers and subscribers to bring in the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth through the power of the numbers. And so it is. And of course, rolling the dice to see what I need to shuffle a deck to. Power of number 5, you could be dealing with a Taurus or a Gemini born in the month of May. Power of number 6, you could be dealing with a Gemini or a Cancerian born in the month of June. And power of number 4, some of you could be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus born in the month of April. However, I'm also picking up on Capricorn and Aquarius energy you could be dealing with that was born in the month of January, picking up on strong Sagittarius energy, power of number 14, more strong Capricorn energy through the number 15. Got the power of number 16 going on as well. Could be dealing with another Scorpio or maybe, again, Aries energy. Could have been born in 1951, 1954, 1955, or possibly 1956 for my more mature audience. You could have also been born in 1961, 1964, or possibly 1965. You could be 41, 45, or 46 years of age, possibly 51, 54, maybe even 56. 55, 56 years of age. You could be 61, 64, or even maybe 65 years old for some of you. Okay, so going to the power of number 15, how does your specific person feel about you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Trusted ancestors of my Scorpio viewers and subscribers, what is the overall general collective energy, please? What does Scorpio need to know about this person, and how do they feel about Scorpio? Show me what's up. Wow, Emperor card coming in. Power of number 4 came up on the third roll of the dice. You could be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus born in the month of April. I feel like this person knows that they could have done better, Scorpio. That they could have taken more affirmative action. A lot of these specific partners of yours might not have showed a lot of emotion right off the bat, but this person, in truth, for some of them, could have really started love bombing you. over and over and over again. It almost feels like somewhere deep in their psyche that they know that they want to be with you, because the Emperor can also bring in marriage. Why is it that they're coming in as the Emperor? Some of them feel that also too, Scorpio, that you're more far superior than them. Time, energy, money, wanting to balance something out, or, you know, maybe you were financially helping this person out as well, Scorpio. You never know. They could try to come back around the bend. So fair warnings, forearm. They could try to come back around the bend again in order to hit you up for money. You could have put your wall up, your guard up. They could have put their guard up with you. Some of you are dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. The Sun card. You know, for some of you Scorpios, life could be getting a lot better. This person sees you, will say, like they're sunshine, or that you are a burst of energy. But the Sun card can also bring in reconciliation. They could also possibly see you in the spotlight. Maybe you're advancing in your career. You could have bossed up. They could have found out through the grapevine. Somebody could have handed them out information that you're doing very well for yourself. Some of them are very curious, especially if you haven't really been on social media that much, but the two of you may follow one another, possibly. I do feel for it in some scenarios that this person did block you, because we saw the Seven of Wands on the bottom of the deck, that they did block you on social media, or because of their actions, you block them in some cases. They want to have a revitalization in the connection. But I'm almost thinking like, at what price? At what price? I feel like this person has to earn back your trust, Scorpio. Again, we got more Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. You know, the King of Pentacles is one level down from the Emperor. So if you're a male Scorpio, you could obviously be dealing either in a same-sex relationship. Same for the females. You could be in a same-sex relationship, or you're a male Scorpio and dealing with a female for a heterosexual relationship. So imagine this being like the Empress and or the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So it's like they want to come in and they're thinking about commitment. They're thinking about marriage. They're thinking about how to balance out the situation. They could be going through something right now. They could have left you for a third party, and something's going to come crashing down to the ground with a third party. They tore your heart apart, Scorpio. And this person, the way they went about doing things was highly shady. This person, for some of you, you could have known for many, 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 many years. This is like blast from the past energy. So this also tells me too that this person is being highly reminiscent, maybe highly reminiscent of the good times that the two of you shared together. Here's another piece of good news though. They're not thinking, I'm not saying they're not thinking of physical intimacy. Some of them are, okay, but it's not... The way the cards are, it's not coming to the forefront. That doesn't mean that they didn't enjoy the physical intimacy. They're just thinking more on a practical level. They're not coming in with over-the-top emotions, but their thoughts, I feel, are consuming them about the past and how they did you, pretty much how they did you dirty. But now it's like they want it all back. Yeah, they want it all back. Some of you could be getting married to this person in 1 year's time, or they're going to come in with a major offer. But Scorpio, trust your intuition. Your person's first and or last name for some of you could start with the letter B or the letter J. This person held a lot of secrets. I told you, they were being shady. They could have had another lover behind the scenes, and you could have had some suspicions about it. They got a judgment call on them. Scorpionic energy. Either their trusted ancestors or spirit guides are kind of cracking the whip on them. Usually when judgment kicks in, somebody wants a second chance. You need to prepare yourself, Scorpio. You need to know what to say to them. If you're at loss for words, go to the channel on YouTube. I've mentioned her before. She's really great. The channel is called The Art of Love, and the hostess name is Lucia. In her video playlist, look for the video that says the 6 things to say when your ex or specific person returns. Okay. Very helpful video. Because a lot of times when somebody returns back, it's like a culture shock. You don't know what to say. It's like, why is this guy or this girl hitting me up again? I mean, they put me through the ringer. They thought everything was going great with them in the third party. Wow, they thought the grass was greener on the other side. You need to know what to say. Prepare yourself anyway. Even if you don't believe, Scorpio, that this person in truth is going to come back to you, that's your thought process. But the thing is preparation. Because here's the thing about the 3D reality. It's ever changing. And some of you, in truth, have been manifesting for this person to come back. You may not feel, maybe because some time has passed, you may not feel as much emotional pain towards this person. You could have really went numb. It may still irritate you from time to time about this person and what they did. This person could definitely come back and beg you for forgiveness. And the last thing you want to do is fly off the handle. You want to just stay in like a Sherlock Holmes observation mode. When they come in, they text message you, randomly they message you on DM on Facebook, or, they phone call you, leave you a message. What is this judgment call? You might withhold from them, or they're going to say, I should have never let you go. I was being selfish. I didn't know what I wanted, blah, blah, blah. Well, I wouldn't fall for that line that they didn't know what they wanted, because obviously they knew what they wanted when they freaking went off with a third party for some of them. So don't fall for that line, okay? Don't fall for that. Let's go into the Hidden Truth Oracle. They're wondering if you're happy without them. Oh, and they are reminiscing. They're reminiscing then. They're wondering. They're thinking. You don't know how hard it was to let you go, but now they want to come in and balance out the situation. Really? Was it really that hard? That hard, huh? I question that in regards to their, quote unquote, their higher self. No, because here's a reality, and you'll learn this on Lucia's channel. Check her out. or any relationship coach, they will tell you straight up, and it makes perfect sense. When this person left you, Scorpio, guess what? It made them feel so much relief. It wasn't hard for them to let you go. No, they felt like they got the one up on you. They made them appear like they were untouchable, and that by going off, and you found out that for some of you guys, found out they were in a third party, okay, and it just made them feel good. They were relieved. They didn't want to have to deal with you. A lot of them didn't come forward and tell you that they were interested in somebody else. No, don't fall for that. If they say, God, it was so difficult for me to let you go, and you'd be like, no, it wasn't. What are you talking about? Because your actions are totally contradictory to what you actually did. Don't tell me it was that difficult. And you could just say something like, oh, really? Interesting. Interesting. So when they start saying something to you, have those 6 phrases in your mind after you watch that video on her channel. Have those 6 phrases memorized and know where, when the time comes, where to place it appropriately with that person. Because you don't, like she says, you don't need to do a drum roll and basically throw off like bam, 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 question, 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 question. Use it appropriately. This person, no, it wasn't difficult for them. They were lying because, again, we saw the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. And now the High Priestess isn't a lying card, but it could be about information withheld, okay? So they were withholding that they were dealing with somebody else because what they could get, Scorpio, what they could get out of the connection with that other person. Maybe that person had money, which could indicate that your person was an opportunist in a scenario like that. I hid who I really am from you. Yeah, of course they did. They didn't know how to be vulnerable. They didn't know how to handle the relationship. The relationship connection between the two of you could have been very intense, and it just like threw them off their rocker. So they couldn't show vulnerability. I wish I had treated you better. You damn right they do. That tells me they got guilt. They got so much guilt piled up. I left when I saw you with someone. Now, that could have been true. This person could have seen you out with somebody else. Not that would have prompted them to, per se, let you go. Now, a scenario could have happened like that. I think this is more or less you saw them with someone else. For some of you, you could have seen it on social media, etc. I told you. They knew what they were doing, Scorpio. They knew exactly what they were doing. Oh, God almighty. I bury myself in work to forget about you. But it's not working. That's the thing. It's not working. That Judgment card energy is what would bring this in. I hope that you can forgive me one day. Might be a little difficult because a lot of you been going through your healing phase. You may still get, like I said, you may still get a little irritated with this person, but maybe the pain and the sorrow is not as deeply wounding you, Scorpio. It may not be affecting you as much. You know what I'm saying? And you made it through. I really do feel that this person did a number on you, and now you kind of know also too, like what they know your patterns and you know theirs. So they're going to come in, they're going to come in for strong reconciliation. Some of you can't even fathom allowing this person to maybe even touch you again, knowing perfectly well what they could have been dealing with a third party. For some of you, it just creeps you out. You could even be thinking, ooh, gross. Maybe. But yeah, be prepared. Be prepared. They're coming in hardcore. They're going to come in hardcore. They're going to try to come in like this emperor, balance everything out with you, say how much they made a mistake, and please, please, please forgive me. Think things through, Scorpio. Rome wasn't built in a day. But they might even be fearful that even if you're not with anybody new right now, Scorpio, but they know that you're single or could be single in their awareness, I think in truth, one of the greatest fears that this person has is that you are going to find somebody so much better than them. And it could definitely scare them. Is that what I'm hearing, trusted ancestors? Show me yes or no. Yes. They're afraid of an ending. They're afraid of an ending with you. They're afraid you're going to go off to distant lands, or maybe move to another country, find somebody else, could find another person online, whatever the case may be. But yeah, one of their greatest fears is that they're going to lose you entirely, which could be another reason why they would want to pick up the pace here. Why are they so afraid of losing, Scorpio? Because you're going to be in the spotlight for some of you. A lot of you guys are meant to rise to the top and become very powerful and very successful, and they are going to be kicking themselves in the ass. But they know that, like, if they knew that the physical intimacy, it makes them cringe to think of, for them to think that anybody else could touch you. They don't like it. Yeah, and they're afraid. Yeah, they're afraid that you're going to marry somebody else. Woo-hoo-hoo. Well, they should have known better. For some of you out there, you could be already an established celebrity. Or you could be dealing with a celebrity. Now, they're afraid that somebody's going to steal you away from them. It almost feels like they're trying to strategize a little bit. How would they come back effectively to make you believe them again? I think they were afraid that you're not going to believe them. Yeah, some of them may come in and talk about the lovey-dovey stuff, but this person, how bad is this person's jealous streak? It runs deep because it's the Queen of Cups. That's you, Scorpio. Male or female, doesn't matter. Their jealous streak runs very deep. So, yeah. They're going to try to do anything to make things work out, but they are very fearful you are going to find somebody else, go marry somebody else. FYI. Yep. Yeah. And it's going to be a big burden on them. But you know what? What's the old adage? They made their bed, so now they should lie in it. Something like that. Yeah. They're going to try. They're coming back in for hardcore reconciliation. But please proceed with caution. When anybody comes back from the past, proceed with caution. Okay. My awesome and amazing Scorpios, if you would like to book a personal reading with me and do it through the power of the numbers, you can hit me up at bluescorpiongifts@gmail.com, and my amazing assistant Victoria will book you for that personal reading. But until next time, take care.